What's up, this is Squad24 for today with a Farming Simulator 2017 Public Works video. Today we'll be building a gravel parking lot for the brand new public beach here on the Mowing Map. We'll be using the Bobcat S770, and at the job site we do have a John Deere tractor with a few attachments to help us remove the grass compacted, and then we'll be using the skid steer to spread all the gravel inside of the Deere style dump truck. So we'll be hopping in the Bobcat and we will be loading it here onto the trailer. And I do have some big news for all of you. Mowing Map version 2 will be released this Friday on November 3rd, which will be very exciting. The map is just about done, so the version you guys see here today will only have a few minor updates, but we are backing the Bobcat on. Looks like we do have a little bit of trouble with the back, kind of scraping the trailer. Not too good, especially since this is a very expensive skid steer, but we'll be lowering it down, and that is like the safest way to load on, especially since all the weight's in the back. You do not want to be pulling a wheelie, kind of loading on. So we'll be hopping in the Duracell dump truck. This is one very nice truck, and we do actually have one over at the job site, and if we will need to get more, we'll be going over to the nursery, the tree area, where we could easily buy more, which will be pretty helpful for us. I would like to thank each and every one of you for the continued support here on the daily content. I'm very excited about you guys getting this latest version of the map. I did put a lot of hard work into it over the last few days, and it's pretty much almost complete, which is awesome, and I am trying my best to get the seasons mod working. But take a look at this setup, guys. I really do like this low boy. It counts as a low boy in the in-game. Very nicely done, and it's pretty wide to help out. So we kind of going over the highway, and you guys will actually be seeing some big changes here on the map. I did get a lot of requests to remove those trees and kind of change them out, so that's what we did. So around the border you guys no longer see those trees that didn't look too realistic. Now you see these very large trees kind of acting as a border, which is perfect because also in the winter those will be changing to like no leaves, also pretty realistic. So we are passing by the gas station. We might need to go back there later on today, fill up the skid steer, but we are going over. Guys, and see, I actually brought the water kind of up close to the highway, and then the marina has its own area with a little kind of rock area to prevent any big waves. If you guys do any cool video ideas, drop them down below in the comments, and if you haven't already, I do recommend you go watch yesterday's video hauling brand new vehicles, pickup trucks to that brand new Toyota dealership. That was pretty cool. So we are just about here at the job site now. The map takes a pretty long time to get from one corner to the other now, which is very realistic. But as you guys can see, the trees kind of are the border. I think it looks a lot better, very realistic, and I do like the textures of these better. So we'll be kind of pulling off here to the side of the road, turn our hazard lights, beacon lights on, we'll be kind of parking over here. We will be giving some grass distance between the parking lot and the street, which should be helpful. But as you guys can see, I really do like it. We'll actually be kind of going down there, kind of taking a look at the beach. We do want to stay a pretty large distance away also, but I think that should be good. So the ramp should be kind of going down, which is helpful. We'll be turning the dump truck off and take a look at this beach, guys. It's a very large public beach here on the Mowing Map. It's the second public one. The other one is on the other side of the water. Pretty nice. It's kind of at the end of the little river. But I really do like those border trees, and let me know how are you guys liking those. I really do like giving you guys high quality mods and also videos, and I think that will increase it. But we'll be hopping in this John Deere. It's a John Deere 7730. Very nicely done, and it looks awesome. So we'll pretty much get started off here. I think the parking lot will kind of start. I think we'll probably kind of start right in between the trucks. This is actually a pretty good area to start, even though it's pretty interesting how we kind of got that aligned. We'll be lowering this down, and we'll be turning this on. This will be removing all of the grass, which should be pretty helpful. And I did actually also, I fixed the placeable, so you guys are able to place everywhere on the map. That's pretty helpful for everybody who wants to place everything like that. So we'll kind of pull forward here. You guys can see that this is one very nice John Deere. I think we'll kind of bring the steering wheel down, and let's see, can we open up? Looks like we cannot open up the doors, but we'll kind of turn here and we'll continue. Now this is probably one of the largest parking lots we are building. It's definitely going to take a lot of time, and I think we'll probably just kind of go in a circle formation and then kind of touch up the edges. But as you guys can see, these beaches do get pretty busy, so we do need a pretty large parking area, and I will be adding some furniture, some beach tents and chairs kind of to it, make it a little bit more realistic. So we'll kind of go around. We do not want to go too close because we do not want the gravel and the sand to mix. So I think kind of having it kind of right here is a good area, and then the grass will be a pretty nice divider. So as you guys can see in the background, there's a little bit of like another downtown, since we do have a pretty busy, more commercial area on the side of the map, which is pretty cool. But I think we'll do a few more passes and then we'll kind of continue. But I think I will be kind of doing a little bit of this and then we'll be catching you back. But if you do have any cool ideas, always drop them down below in the comments. And if you haven't already, I do recommend you go follow me on Instagram at Square2448 and Twitter. I do post pretty cool pictures and I will be doing live updates. As you guys can see, this is one very useful attachment. I am looking for like a larger one, maybe double the size. I think that'll be actually pretty efficient using that, but I just like this a lot. Very cool design, and it's pretty realistic, even though it was really made for doing the forestry work, but it still works perfectly fine for us. We are just about done with removing all of the grass here for the parking lot. Next up, we will have to cultivate and compact all of this area. But let me know down below in the comments, guys, should we start a realistic farming series? I do get a lot of requests to start one, and I think if we do, we'll be doing very large equipment, large farm, which should be pretty cool. So put yes to farming down below in the comments. Alright, we just finished up here with the removing of the grass. We'll kind of bring it over here. We will be disconnecting this. This is one very helpful attachment. I really do like it a lot. We use it in a lot of different types of building videos, from driveways, walkways, even patios, just because of how efficient the tool is. We'll be disconnecting that, and next up we will be attaching to this cultivator. Now this one also does compact it, which is very helpful. If not, the gravel will not be a really strong base, and the dirt and gravel will get mixed up even more and quicker. So we'll kind of back up here. We'll be turning this one on. This does also kind of vibrate the ground just a little bit, but this is actually a pretty efficient attachment, pretty fast compared to the removing attachment that we just used. But overall, this is one very large parking lot. It should be able to kind of hold a lot of vehicles, and maybe later on down the road the town might look into paving it. But also, we just want to kind of get this done now, since once the spring starts and the good weather comes back around, we will definitely not have the time or the space to kind of work on this, since the beach will be packed. There's just so many people wanting to go on the good weather days, so that's why we are doing it at the end of the season, kind of right after everything is over, which is pretty helpful for us because it's pretty quiet here at the beach, which is helpful. And I think we'll kind of continue to compact it. But this tractor is one amazing one. I do like all of the detail put into it. And if you guys would like to see more public works videos, let me know down below in the comments. We haven't done one in quite a while, so I thought we'll be doing one building this pretty cool public beach area. And I believe that we did build a beach before, so I kind of did that through Giants Editor. But building this parking lot is definitely very interesting, very exciting getting able to use this, and also the Bobcat S770. But this is pretty quick attachment also, since some attachments do limit the speeds of the tractor. This one looks like it kind of has a pretty high speed limit, especially since the other one only had one just under 10, which is pretty slow, and that's kind of why we skipped ahead a little bit. But as you guys can see, it's moving around the dirt, compacting it, and like I was saying, the trucks and vehicles with the ground modification mod do struggle to drive through this, so you do have to be pretty careful if you put grass or gravel or anything with the building materials mod kind of right over just plowed dirt, because you will most likely run into problems there. But as you guys can see, we are on the last pass, and then we'll be starting to unload both those dump trucks. And from what it looks like, I think we'll probably just spread both of those, maybe go get a few more, and then we'll call it a day, just because this is pretty big area. Not sure if we'll be able to do it all today. So that's just about it. We'll pretty much raise up the attachment, kind of bring it over here, and since we do have the Bobcat on, I think we'll kind of unload this truck first. As you guys can see, Public Works, that is pretty cool, and I think I'll put Town of Mowing Map or Town of Square 2448. So let me know kind of what should we call this for us, the Square 2448 map, or should we do Public Works Mowing Map? So let me know your thoughts, and I think we'll probably kind of start off from right about here, and then we'll kind of work out right. So we'll kind of start to unload, and we'll kind of drive forward. And it looks like we are running into the problem of it's only letting us unload in certain areas, which isn't that good at all for us. It's a little hard to kind of work around this, and I will actually have to look into this, seeing exactly why, but we'll kind of unload all of it kind of right over here, and that should be it. So we'll kind of unload the rest of this. Looks like kind of actually stopped unloading. I think we'll kind of back up to the gravel just a little bit, kind of make a little bit of a pile, then we'll be spreading it out with a Bobcat, and then that's pretty much, looks like since we are running into this problem, we won't be able to spread too much gravel today, but I will be finishing up the rest of this in Giants Editor, everything like that, so you guys will actually be seeing this kind of complete. So we'll be turning that LED light bar on, pretty cool light bar. We'll raise up the bucket. Now, like I was saying, we kind of load this on backwards to prevent us from pulling wheelies, and the more weight, the side with the more weight kind of goes to the back, and that's to prevent it from rolling over, everything like that, or even kind of flipping the machine. So you do have to be pretty careful with that, but let's kind of scoop some of this up. We'll kind of bring it down there and spread it out. I really do like this Bobcat, very efficient, and it's a lot larger than the Bobcat S160, which we've had all the way since FS13, which is a very long time. So it looks like we are pretty much unable to kind of spread it all over. So I think we'll kind of work on just kind of fixing up the areas where we did kind of unload it. But we do also have to watch out for the Bobcat pretty much bottoming out, since it does not have good ground clearance. Maybe if that gets fixed, this would be one very efficient machine for us. I'll have to look into that, maybe fixing the collisions on it. So we'll kind of get this little area, pick it up, and kind of just go along here and doing it. But like I was saying, I do apologize for it. It looks like it's kind of going over here into the grass, so we'll have to scrape some of this up. Awesome, so overall today was very successful. We got everything done. We just got to look into kind of spreading out more of the gravel, but I think that that's pretty much going to be it for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We got to do some public works and build this brand new large parking lot here for the brand new beach. So hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more.